Hey everybody, it looks like we're live and we've already got 7 people waiting. That's kind of nice. The unapologetic housewife is on. Woohoo! She says she's finally participating. And you know what? I've seen you, and I think your name is Steph on the replay, Steph. So I appreciate that. And let me get my computer glasses on so that I can see, because I tell you what, I cannot see a thing without them. And I have to tell you guys something. I went to a sorority function last night, had my reading glasses out, and these are my reading glasses, but they're for computer work, for reading. Anything I need to do that I have to look at, read, take in, I need to have these glasses on. Don't you know I left them out there? I had to have my husband drive me back out there this morning, pick them up. So Creative with Me, Ms. Me with Stephanie is on, All Sorts is on, and All Sorts is one of our newer members too. So welcome, All Sorts. It's good to see you. It really is good to have so many of you guys join me on this day. Create with Cindy is on, and Cindy, how are you doing? Are you doing any better? And then a country girl Zadok is on, Everyday Living with Karen Jeter. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me. And I have to tell you guys, I so appreciate, and Diva Designing on a Dime is on too. I so appreciate you guys jumping on Sunday night. I know Sunday night is not always the best time for people to jump on, because if you're like me, I like to spend Sunday night getting ready for Monday. So I'll either do my nails or this and that and the other, get my clothes ready. So yes, so everybody, it's good to see you, and it's always something around it's always something around here, and I believe that's Looyen. And Cindy says she's just doing better one day at a time. And you know what? That's what it takes, one day at a time. It's not something that you get over, Cindy, but you can get through it. And I'm just going to suggest, here's my nurse hat coming out here, that maybe you and your family might consider going to a support group, a grief group for people who've lost a child, because they can be so helpful. They really can. And I'm, not trying to diagnose you or anything like that, but just from a professional perspective, I just knew that Monica Connor is on too. So hey Monica, it's good to see you. But again, from a professional perspective and from a personal perspective, I think it's I found them to be helpful. So, and All Sorts, her name is Michelle. So you guys that are jumping on, and like All Sorts is fairly new to our sister circle, her name is Michelle. So we're going to go with that. So we've been on 3 minutes and I've been greeting people. And there's a couple things I did want to share with you guys. So let me start with that. And while I'm thinking about it, if you guys could just go ahead and give me a thumbs up, because later on I'll forget to ask. And it's just helpful to get that. So again, I want to thank everybody for participating. It's always something around here. Her name is Looyen. So again, I want to thank everybody for participating in the Winter Kitchen Vignette Challenge. There were just so many beautiful kitchen vignettes, and I so appreciate it. Mysterious Alberta, who just joined us, she participated. All Sorts participated. I mean, just so many of you guys participated, and I really appreciate the support. And some of you got really quite creative when it came to the soup tureens. And then there were a couple, and I don't want to confuse who was who, so I won't give the name, but there were a couple who showed like some family mementos. So it's like one of them was like a teacup that her mother had given to her, and she used it sometimes for soup. And so my everyday wife life is on. Hello, how are you doing? It was just so beautiful. And then someone showed a teacup that their grandmother had picked up, I think in England or somewhere like that, and had backpacked around and brought it home. And then she even had like a kitchen tea towel to go with that. There were just so many beautiful ones. And then just nice. They were just nice. So Mimi and Alberta and Cindy, I just so appreciate you guys being here tonight with me. as well as Michelle and Looyen and all those other guys. So let me thank you for those two things. And then most recently, secondhand Tracey Ann had 2 challenges drop back to back. I mean, 2 drop back to back. Her mailbox, where you swagged out your mailbox, as well as the candy buffet. Those 2 challenges just dropped. And the candy buffet was today, and they were just so beautiful. I mean, each one had some really nice submissions. So I want to thank you guys for participating and supporting her in that. Excuse me. And then the one pot cooking challenge with Creativeness Me with Stephanie and Wani's house. Oh my goodness. You're talking about some good looking recipes. I am going to definitely try some of those. And it was like, every recipe was like, you know, like better than the last one. And you know, they had suggested using like a crock pot or a slow cooker. And I thought, you know what? I got this new, oh shoot, now I can't even think of the name of that stupid thing. It's right here on the floor. It was a Crofton Hay Nesting Haven. It was a Crofton, oh shoot, I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, it was kind of like a Dutch oven kind of thing. And I got that new for Christmas. Hey, Nicholas, I see you're on with us too. And I thought, I'm going to try my one pot meal in that. And it worked out beautifully. I was amazed at how well it did. And then, so secondhand Tracey Ann has joined us. Nicholas White. Ruth has joined us with her typical, hey, y'all. She's on with us as well. And Michelle's Moments. So right now, I'm just kind of greeting everyone and thanking people for participating in some of the various challenges. So the Show Some Love collab with Diva Designing on a Dime, that one again, as always, was simply amazing. So if you need Valentine's Day Tablescape, take a look at that one because it was just simply gorgeous, including the one I submitted, if I must say so myself. No, I'm just being silly now, but it was really nice. So there was that. And now, ladies, last week, our Monday night live session was off the chain. I'm telling you what, these Monday night sessions where we go on and we talk about strategies for our YouTube channels. I was talking to Max yesterday and I said, you know what? I think we're forming a mastermind group. That's exactly what we're doing. We are forming a mastermind group because this sister circle is meeting on Monday specifically to talk about YouTube growth strategies, how we can apply some of the tips we're finding to our channels. And I thought, that's a mastermind. So our sister circle is kind of evolving into a mastermind, but you know what? That's okay because we're here to support one another, and that's just another way that we're doing that. So Looyen said she really enjoys the Monday night session. And Looyen, I have to say, I did too. Country Girls Attic, hey, how you doing? We've just had so many people to join us, so that's pretty cool. All right, so what else did I want to say? So for tomorrow's Monday night session, let me just say that I've already picked the video that we're supposed to take a look at. And this one is really good. It's another Sean Cannell video. And granted, I am not getting paid by Sean Cannell. As a matter of fact, I'm paying him. But I like what he has to say. And I was looking at this video yesterday and I thought, you know what? I think this might be the next one we want to take a look at. And this video is only about 6 minutes long, so it's not too long. And the name of the video is How to Plan Your Best Year Ever 5 Tips. And I'm thinking this is the one we should have started out with. How to Plan Your Best Year Ever 5 Tips. And he gives us some tips on how to strategize and plan for our 2019. So let's take a look at that. If you can look at it tonight or look at it tomorrow before we jump on. And tomorrow's live stream is at 7 o'clock. So Coffee with My Sunshine and Lala Lakisla, we are so glad you're here. We just gave out the homework for tomorrow's live session. And it is the Sean Cannell's How to Plan Your Best Ever Year 5 Tips video. It's less than 6 minutes. And so we'll come on the live stream tomorrow night at 7. We'll just try to be on from 7 to 7:30 because this particular session is for us just to look at these strategies and talk about how we can apply them directly to our channel so that we can grow our YouTube channels one subscriber at a time. So that's what we're trying to do. All right, so now let's jump into it. We've been in 10 minutes in, and I know you guys got things to do. So let's look at the collabs and challenges that are coming up. First of all, we've got 2 ongoing challenges. The first one is the Hug Your Home Challenge, which a couple of the ladies in our sister circle have jumped in on. I plan to do this, but I don't think I can jump in on it until either the end of February or the 1st of March. But it is a Hug Your Home 12-week series on different tasks each week on cleaning your home. So now there's no playlist for you to put your video in. The only playlist that occurs would be on your own channel. So if house cleaning videos makes sense for you, this is a good one to jump in on, because then you can get your video series going. If it doesn't make sense for you, then don't worry about it. And then the other ongoing challenge is hosted by my sister, Max, at LiveLaughLovePray with Micky, and it's the 30-day journal challenge. And I have to say, what question did I just answer? All sorts. I missed it. What was the question? I missed that. But anyway, the ongoing challenge with Max at Live, Laugh, Love, and Pray. The journaling challenge is amazing. Like I said last week, I was going to do it just because she's my sister, but I thought, I don't want to do no journaling. And it turns out it's amazing. I am so pleased that I am doing it, because it has really been very, very good for me. And I think you guys will love it. So each day she provides a new prompt. And so you look at the video, you make a comment to let her know that you're going to do whatever it is, and then you do it. Oh yeah, there's no playlist on the Hug Your Home challenge. That one, you just create your own playlist on your own channel, and then you put your videos in it each week. And one of the things that we had talked about on this channel was that all of you should create a video series and then have a playlist associated with that series. Now, we can talk more about that tomorrow in our YouTube growth strategy, but that's one of the things we'd already talked about here. And then Laura at Bowhead Laura has joined us tonight as well. So, hey, Laura. It is good to see you, my sister, from another mister. It is good to see you. All right, so now what new challenges do we have coming up? Well, first of all, on February 14th, this one is back. It is the Timeless Elegance Home Decor Tag. It's the winter edition, and this one is hosted by Lady Phoenix. And she does this every quarter, and she invites all of you to join in on this challenge. Now, this is what she wants you to do. She wants you to choose 3 to 5 pieces in your home. So you don't have to go shopping unless you just want to. But she wants you to choose 3 to 5 pieces in your home and share them with us and tell us why you think they are timeless and elegant. And I suggest that you go and check out her channel and look at some of the other challenges so that you can kind of see what other people have done. But she would pick something in her home, or you know, that she thinks is timeless. And I didn't bring anything in here, and I don't have anything that's here in the kitchen that I would count as timeless elegance. So yeah, so do check out her channel. Look at the video to get the 411, which means to get all the information, and then go from there. And I will have to say that she is one that we used to see participating in things quite a bit, and then she kind of dropped off the map for a while. Well, what I've since learned is that life got in the way. So we've got May's Happy Table as a new subscriber. Oh yes, my telephone stand, but it's not right in here. But yes, so I do have some things in the home that I'm going to share as my timeless elegance, but nothing is like right here in the kitchen. So do try to do that. And like I was saying about Lady Phoenix at the Timeless Elegance, different things happen in her life to kind of get in the way. So she just had to kind of disappear for a while. So now she's back. So now let's show her some love, welcome her back, and jump in on that. And so typically this is a no cost challenge. And then I got an email from Kimya at I'm Just Sharing, and I appreciate you sending me this email, Kimya, because I might have missed this, is that Crafty Kitty is hosting a new challenge, and it is the Romantic Table for Two challenge. Now, I was a little puzzled by this one because from what I could see, the instructions she gave in the video cards was that she wants us to create a romantic centerpiece, and she had some examples of romantic centerpieces. She didn't say anything about a table setting, but the title says Romantic Table for Two. So I'm going to link her channel in the description box, and I think I've already put it in there. But simply because sometimes Crafty Kitty, the channel's a little hard to find because there's several channels that have a similar name. So her link will be in the description box, and then go and check it out and then join her. But it looks like it could be fun. And the upload date for this one is February 16th. So the Timeless Elegance upload date is Valentine's Day, February 14th. But now the thing with Lady Phoenix for the Timeless Elegance one, she doesn't close the playlist on that date. So she'll leave it open for another week or so that if you can't get it together and you need to upload yours later, you can. So there's that. And then the Romantic Table for Two, the upload date for that one is February 16th. Now on February 19th is one that I mentioned last week, and this is the one where Rikki, Looyen, and Shelly at Born to Book and I are collaborating on my everyday life, my everyday life series, and we're gonna drop the first video on the 19th of February, and it's gonna be our morning routines. And then each of us is a little different. I'm retired with just the hubby, and so my morning routine is gonna be a little bit different from Rikki's morning routine, who has 2 children and she goes out to work. And then Shelly is a stay-at-home mom and does homeschooling, and she's got a toddler and one that's a little older. So I think it'll be interesting to see what our different morning routines are like. And then February 21st, now there's 2 on February 21st, and they were like, I was like, what? But then I got the drift of what they were doing. First of all, the first one is the Look for Less challenge, and it is hosted by Yami, the Latina next door. And I think her name is Ashley at Ashley Lauren. And you know how this typically works. The Look for Less challenge, you go to a high-end store or you find something online, you pick out something that you really want but you can't afford, and then you create a look like it. You do a DIY that's like that, and then you create a video and you show that. You show what the high-end one looks like, then you show what yours look like, and you have to tell what you spent. So no, that's the Look for Less challenge. And Yami has one every month, and she has a different co-host every month. So now there's that. And then Drea at Hello Ladies, and then Drea at Clueless Mama D, her and I think it's Tangled. Let me find that. Thrifted and Tangled. So it's Drea at Thrifted and Tangles. Drea is Bella's Canadian sister, and then Thrifted and Tangled lives in California. They're issuing a look-alike Look for Less challenge, but only their Look for Less challenge is where you go and you create a Look for Less with thrifted items. So now what they want you to do is go to a thrift store and you put together a look that you found either in a magazine, at a high-end store, or at the mall, somewhere like that. But you're looking at clothing, and then you create a Look for Less with thrifted items. And you don't have to buy them. You can just find them in the store, pair things up, and then like show us the video of it, or you can buy them. So Yami's Look for Less challenge is a DIY challenge. Drea's Look for Less challenge, and Drea is getting her challenge from Yami, is a clothing where you're showing, clothes and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. So those two both drop on February 21st. And then on February 23rd, we have our little sister, Moondas, You say you need to create a collab calendar. Well, Cindy, if you remember in the description box, and I'll do it tonight, I will put in an abbreviated version of what I'm talking about, and I list all of the collabs and challenges in the description box, and then you can copy and paste it onto a Word document, and then you've got it. Stephen's Party of Two is on with us too. And yeah, Stephen's Party of Two. I'm going to be getting to you in just a minute. So there was something, you and Tracey Ann both. I'm going to be getting to you guys in just a minute. But yes, so anyway, so our little sister Moondas is jumping in again, hosting her second challenge. And her challenge, as you know, is DIY, but it's a youthful DIY. So the first challenge, we had to create something for someone we loved, a DIY. And this one, it's a useful DIY, but we have to paint something. Now, the invitation video for this challenge drops tomorrow at 9 a.m. So be on the lookout for it. But I know about it now because I got an email, and people are starting to do a better job of sending me an email so that when we're doing the shout out Sunday, I can have it in there. So she's doing this one, and one of the things that Moondas is doing is co-hosting, is collaborating with the co-host each month. And this co-host for this month is the ladies at Deco Easy. So this is like an international collab going on. We've got our two ladies at Deco Easy. We've got Yanni and her daughter-in-law, Diane, from Deco Easy. And they're in the Netherlands with Moondas, who is in India, and they are hosting this challenge. And so, yes, Nicole, you'll have to think about maybe jumping in on one of these. And the upload date for this one is February 23rd. So now, and it's February 23rd after 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So now, how do you know what time is Indian Standard Time? Well, what I do is I will either Google it, and I'll just Google what time is 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and then my computer automatically shows what time that is for me. Or you can ask Siri or Alexa, but if you Google it, it will give you that time for yourself wherever you are. So there's that. And so I think that's all I got to say about that one. Now this next one is another secondhand Tracey Ann. And now this one is a Radon treasure hunt. Now I've been hearing people talk about on the hunt for Radon, and I kept thinking, what the heck is a Radon? And Stephen's Party of Two, you are one of the ones that I would see hunting for Radon, hunting for Radon. And since I didn't know what Radon was, I didn't always stop and look. So I was looking at secondhand Tracey Ann's video. I think who told me about it? Moondas told me about that. She sent me an email and said, hey, I think there's a challenge on secondhand Tracey Ann about Radon. So I'm like, well, I didn't see that because when I Googled it or searched it, it didn't pop up. So I went to Tracey Ann's channel, and sure enough, she had a video on there and it was called Treasure Hunt for Radon. And then on the hunt for either a coffee mug or a tiered tray or something like that. And so what she wants you to do is go on a treasure hunt for Radon pieces. So then I thought, I think Stephen's Party of Two had something about that. So I went to, and right now I'm drawing a blank now. I think Stephen's Party of Two, I'm thinking her name's Michelle. But anyway, I went to Stephen's Party of Two's channel, and she's got not one, not two, but several videos about her Radon hauls. And I mean, this girl is doing some serious collecting on Radon pieces. So I thought, okay, let me go and see if I can find out, find something Radon. So I thought, before I go out looking all around, I'm going to call. Yes, Laura, our circle is getting international because we've got Deco Easy and Moondas who are part of our circle. Okay, so Tracey Ann says a hunt is like a haul. You show us what you bought, a tiered tray or something. So anyway, so I went looking, and I ended up, yes, it's Amy. Second Party of Two, her name is Amy. So me and my hubby had to do some business, so I took him with me. Okay, collaborators. Amy is Stephen's party of 2. I'll write that down. So I took my husband with me, and well, before that, let me back up. So I thought I'm going to call around first. So I called Hobby Lobby. They didn't have anything. So when I Googled it, it said that like Kirkland's and Marshall's and TJ Maxx should have these items. So I called TJ Maxx. No, Hobby Lobby does not have Radon. They have inspired by Radon. They are not Radon. So then I called Marshall's. Well, the lady says, yes, we have them, but we don't have any right now. We put them out in the morning and they're gone by noon. I'm like, really? So then I called TJ Maxx. They didn't have any. So I called Kirkland's. They didn't have any. I'm like, what the heck is this Radon? What's so great about it? So then I went back and I looked at Stephen's Party of 2 video again. I looked at Secondhand's Tracey Ann's. Well, then the next day I told my husband, we had to like go to the bank, go to the credit union, a bunch of different things. I said, I have to go to Marshall's first. He's like, well, Marshall's is out of the way. I said, no, I got to go to Marshall's first because the lady told me on the phone, if you want anything, you got to get here first thing. She said some woman had been out there the day before and bought everything that they had put out. So we go to Marshall's and they had a nice little collection of Radon items. And so I did pick up a few things. And my husband was like, what is this for? Is this for like some kind of challenge? And I'm like, well, now see, you said you got some things on clearance. There were no Radon things on clearance at our stores. There was like no Radon stuff, period, the day before. And what I found out, I got to talking to a lady at the little display counter where they had some Radon stuff. She said that I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And she said they have a group here in town that's a Radon support group. They also have a Facebook group, and they do swaps and all that kind of stuff on their Radon stuff. And she said that some of the ladies aren't very nice. I mean, she said some of these women get really serious about Radon. Now, Tracey said you've seen some Radon at the Goodwill. Wow. You know what? I'm going to go looking after the holiday and see if I find some seasonal pieces there. But I went to Bed Bath & Beyond, who was supposed to have Radon. They had none. They had Radon inspired. It was just really kind of interesting. So I did pick up several things, and my husband was not a happy camper. So I have to show you guys in my video what I picked up. So Tracey, I'm hoping I did it right because I picked up some goodies. Yeah, that support group actually sounds like it's more of a group to support you in buying rather than like get over an addiction for it. But it was just hilarious. It was just hilarious. So Stephen's Party of 2 said she found 2 at the Goodwill. I have to check the Goodwill for that. But I'm thinking that might not be a good here because I tell you what. Oh, okay. So Mimi said she's got to get dinner finished, and I'm still talking about Radon. So, okay. So now let me see what's next. So that's the Radon treasure hunt on the 24th. So sounds like Clueless Mama D just joined us. And Drea, I've already mentioned you guys' challenge, so you'll have to catch the replay. But I did already talk about your challenge. Yeah, I picked up a couple things. So, and I had to do the video with my phone because I left my camera at home. So I am hoping that I can, and I had to get a new phone. That's another drama, which I won't bore you guys with. So, but I'm hoping that I can get the videos out of the phone to share with it all. So good night, Mimi. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to join us tomorrow at 7 for the live stream strategy. And look at the video homework. All right. So now, March 3rd, Mardi Gras Table Challenge, which is hosted by myself and created with me with Stephanie. And as you know, it's a Mardi Gras tablescape, and you're going to use your typical Mardi Gras colors, green, gold, black, rather purple, green, and gold. And you can also add in some teal. And then Tracey said she does her film with her camera, with her phone all the time, but my phone, the one that I had, I couldn't figure out how to get the video out of the phone. So I really took video with my phone that I needed to upload. So now I've got a phone that has an SD card in it, and I should be able to do that without any trouble. So there's that. So now so that's the March 3rd challenge, and that's the Mardi Gras Tablescape. And then on March 6th, we've got a new one now. This is a collection of 4. Good night, Bella. Oh, the grandmas have started? What? Okay, we're gonna hurry up. All right, so the Grammys have started. So guys, we're almost at the end, so we'll be wrapping it up in just a minute. But on March 6th, there's a new collaboration called Something for All Seasons. It's an open collaboration and invite, and it's hosted by Christy at Inspired Living with Christy and Sherry at Pretty Simple Sherry. And they have 4 collaborations that are coming up. And the first one is on Wednesday, March 6th. And it is a spring cleaning challenge. And what they want you to do is share your spring cleaning routines or tips, tricks, or hacks. So this one is March 6th. And you upload it after 7 a.m. Something for All Seasons. That's the name of it. And it's co-hosted by Inspired Living with Christy. She's our Texas girlfriend. And then Sherry at Pretty Simple Sherry. The other 3 dates for their challenges include the Summer Decor, Saturday, July 13th, Fall Decor, September 14th, and then Winter Easy Holiday Appetizers. They're going to be hosting that one again, and that's going to be in December. So those are all the collabs that I have for tonight. Now let's give 2 shout outs. The 2 shout outs tonight goes one to Angela's Hangout. Now Angela is one that used to be on with us all the time, and she started her channel because her condo got flooded, and then she wanted to show the renovations, and she also likes shopping and DIY and cooking. So check her out. And then the next one is Really Good Living with Lady Phoenix, and she's the one that's hosting the Timeless Elegance Challenge. So let's welcome her back and check her out. And if you guys like what you see on those 2 ladies' channel, subscribe. And if you do, then let them know I sent you. And then Christy is on, and she said there will be a playlist on their spring cleaning challenge, and she will they'll put out some more information when they get closer to it. They're going to put out another invite video, I believe is what Sherry said. So there's that. So shout outs tonight go to Angela's Hangout and Really Good Living. And you know, guys, sometimes I forget who I gave a shout out to. So if I'm missing some people, let me know. Micky told me that I need to keep a list of it. I'm going to try to do a better job of keeping a list of it. But sometimes we'll get people dropping in that. Now, Clueless Mama D said she's going to do the spring cleaning, but it'll be a funny version. I have to tell you, Drea, you are absolutely crazy. I watch your videos and I am always cracking up. I mean, you do some of the funniest things. I tell you what, she is just hilarious. So anyway, there's that. And now don't forget, ladies, as we wrap it up, tomorrow's homework is to look at the Sean Cannell video. Sorry about that, I dropped my notes, but tomorrow's homework is to look at the Sean Cannell video, and the video is called where is it? I wrote it down and now I can't find it. Oh, the video is called How to Plan Your Best Year Ever. How to Plan Your Best Year Ever, 5 tips. So let's take a look at that tomorrow. It's only 6 minutes long, so since the Grammys are on, I'm going to watch that. So I probably won't watch that video again until tomorrow. But it's got some really good tips in it, and there's some things we can start looking at and talking about how we can apply them to our channel. So yes, Anna, these challenges do sound like fun, so do jump in on those. And Drea, join us in our Sister Circle Mastermind. When we get together on the Monday 7 o'clock videos or live streams, we usually have looked at a video by either Sean Cannell or Roberto Blake, and then we take that information and figure out how we can apply it to our YouTube channel. So that's what tomorrow night is for. So I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. It is time for us to wrap it up. I will see you guys tomorrow on the live stream at 7 o'clock, and let's go watch the Grammys. Bye. And yes, Drea, your editing is on point. I just love your channel, and your two kids are adorable. That little one is just absolutely adorable.